Attorney General Ryan Pinder confirming that the Davis administration is looking at a suite of legislation to address controversial issues like marital rape, citizenship, and sex crimes. The AG says it's part of the government's push to properly address human rights issues.
Within that suite of recommended legislation are matters related to gender-based violence, matters related to marital rape, matters related to juvenile offenses, for example. So it's involved in a all-encompassing suite of legislation, which is a human rights legislative agenda.
So it's safe to say that the Davis administration is moving towards criminalizing it?
It's safe to say that the Davis administration are looking at all of our international human rights obligations, which that is one of them, with a mind to becoming compliant with the United Nations requirements.
The AG weighed in on the matter nearly a month after the first ever National Gender-Based Violence Discriminatory Law Review Forum was held.
These issues factor into commitments that the government of the Bahamas, as far back as 2018, have made to the United Nations and other multilateral institutions about legislative matters and other commitments with respect to human rights matters, and in preparation to go before the United Nations Human Rights Council, which is scheduled for February of 2023. And there were a series of recommendations that were committed to.
The Nassau Guardian obtained a copy of the report and reported on Monday that participants recommended the criminalization of marital rape, legalization of abortion, and decriminalization of sex work, among other things. The AG was asked about their recommendations.
These issues factor into commitments that the government of the Bahamas, as far back as 2018, have made to the United Nations and other multilateral institutions about legislative matters and other commitments with respect to human rights matters, and in preparation to go before the United Nations Human Rights Council, which is scheduled for February of 2023. And there were a series of recommendations that were committed to.
Pinder also says tackling the issues head-on was long overdue, especially given the fact that former administrations made commitments to international organizations.
What we have done is we have compiled a list and analysis of a suite of legislation that is going to be required to meet our obligations on human rights matters. It's rather all-encompassing, really broad-based, and we anticipate giving some tutorials to cabinet ministers or information sessions starting as early as this week on it.
Pinder says once cabinet is briefed on all the issues, the next logical step will be informing the public. Reporting for Guardian News Network, I'm Jasmine Brown.